I'll be going over a little bit about object-oriented programming and what it is. There's a lot of terminology associated with it compared to a different style of programming called imperative programming. That's where you deal with pieces of data and functions that you can reuse when you write computer programs. Object oriented programming uses these things that are called objects, and there's a lot of terminology associated with it. And in this video, I'll just concentrate on what the difference between an object is and a class. Usually, I think that classes are something I go to school for, and I take a class so I can acquire knowledge on a particular subject that I'm interested in or I'm required to take. And in computer programming, that's not the case. Classes in computer programming, you can think of them as a dictionary definition of what something has and also what it can do. For example, we have ourselves some sticky notes, and you can say that this is a class of sticky notes. And that class would tell the computer what a sticky note has and what it can do. It has a color, as you can see that these can have different colors. It has a size, it has a shape, and also what makes these unique is I can stick them to other things. I also have another class of index cards. And these also share some of the same things that a sticky note has, but the index cards, they don't stick. I can't stick them to things because if I try to stick them to things and lift the thing up, the index card will fall down. It doesn't have adhesive to it, but you can see it has a color. There's multiple colors on this. It has a size and it has a shape, but it doesn't stick. And to tell the computer what these things can do and what it has is that you use classes to let the computer know. And unfortunately, with computers, I can't really create real world representations of actual sticky notes and index cards, but I can create data representations of them in the computer world. When I bought these sticky notes and these index cards, I had to get in my car and drive to the office supply store and get these because I already know what they are. With the computer, it doesn't know what it is. So first you have to tell it what it is, which is a class. And then I would have to go out and buy actual sticky notes and index cards. And when you actually have the real thing in your hand, those are referred to as objects. And as you can see on the label here, there are 400 sticky notes, and each of those sticky notes is an object. And it says that formally an object is an instance of a class. So here I can say I have 400 instances or 400 objects of a sticky note. And those sticky notes, if I take one of them, I can actually stick it to the side of the box and it sticks. So I can externally perform actions on it. And then one of the nice things about using objects is I don't have to worry about the details of how something works. Because if I tell the sticky note to stick itself to the side of the box, I have to put it on a certain side. Because right now, if I put it on like this and it doesn't stick because the adhesive is not on the correct side, but with classes, it can hide the details. And so when I actually take a live instance of this class, which is an object, and I tell it to stick, it knows which way to stick to the box, and I don't have to worry about it. So I tell it to stick, and it's stuck to the side of the box. And that box, the instance of the box, is another object. And these actually, both of these, are arranged in something that's called a collection. And a collection is something different that I won't go into yet. And I don't know how many of these index cards that I have, but you can say that these are instances of index cards, and each instance, like I have probably like, I don't know, 30 of these that are a certain color, and then another 30 that are a different color. But each of these belong to the same index card class, is that they're live instances, but they have different colors associated with it. And unlike the index cards, they don't stick to the side of the box because there's no adhesive. So in future videos, I'll go into specifically some of the more details of classes and setting them up. And again, classes are dictionary definitions of things that you can let the computer know about. In programming, and objects are actual instances of those classes. That's it for this video. And of course, thanks for watching.